with, we've got, I guess, Chad Bianco running for governor. And I've seen his posts on Twitter, and he's like a mini Donald Trump, like he's so like loud and presumptuous. I mean, he was like, I'm leading the whole pack, like a year in advance, like months ago. He's like, look at me, I'm ahead. You know, if it was up to me, he's talking about eliminating certain taxes and all this stuff, and I could tell he doesn't know a damn thing about the California economy. You know, and he's posting all the time. I'm like, dude is a sheriff, and he's posting all the time. So I'm not a fan of that because, like, as an employee of a company, whenever I took to media, I wasn't, you're not supposed to talk to media. If media contacts me about a certain thing, you're not supposed because you're not supposed to. You're supposed to route that to our media people. And I saw this post about officers, or I don't know what it is, but officers, like, I guess, speaking on political topics, or I don't know what it is, but I tend to think it's the same thing. Like, if you're a public servant, like an officer or something like, and you're with taxpayer money, you know, I would be personally worried if an officer, pulling me over was spouting things off that was like Somali immigrants are pirates, like what Donald Trump said in his State of the Union, right? And he's sitting there like, yeah, Donald Trump, this and that. And, if you're representing the people and you're supposed to protect everybody, I would be concerned if you had certain views. I actually wouldn't be concerned if you just kept them yourself, but just like me as an employee of a corporation and having to route that through media people and things like that, and I was really careful with what I posted, and to the point where you don't want to even like certain things and because you don't want to come off as like promoting it. And it was that careful because you're working for the company. You have to follow the company guidelines, right? So I don't go popping off on media, social media, regular media. If somebody asks me and reach out to me to talk to me, I don't do it unless my manager approves of it, and things like that, right? It's like, I feel like that's every organization in America. So, like, I'm all for freedom of speech and speaking your mind and protesting and all that on your own time and on your own, like, channels and things like that. You have to get involved somehow, even if, but I think public servants in particular, and I consider officers, uh, police officers, and I'm picking on police officers. I'm not picking on them. Just Chad Bianco comes to mind because he's so damn loud, and he's always posting. I'm like, does he have a job? Like, he must really not like his job because he's posting all the time, I'm like, how is he like the head sheriff? I don't know what he does. He's like, maybe I don't know what he like, but maybe he's a police chief or something. I don't even know what he does. All I know is he's running for governor, and he says he's gonna win, right? I don't even know who the other candidates are. This dude's so loud and posting all the time. I know Eric Swalwell. I know the Democratic field is pretty crowded right now for governor. But yeah, I'm not a big fan of like police officers who are supposed to represent the community, going out there and posting all the time and talking about their political views and how and getting all political and that have nothing to do with their jobs and protecting the community, right? Do a good job first. If they want to run, then I guess they can do that while in their jobs.